Hello and welcome back to episode 3 of this D&D stream. Sorry we missed last week, but we are back again and we're going to be picking up exactly where we left off with all of the party in Crazy Leo's cave as they have bedded down for the night to get a long rest before they make their journey to the mountain and hopefully manage to get up the mountain without much trouble. So, to fill everyone into what's happened so far, the party ended up getting stranded on this island, and they soon found out that the Order, a governing body that is against the use of magic, is here investigating a gem. And the gem has importance to them because it nullifies magic, it stops magic within a region. The party, due to some deception, managed to pretend to be researchers and found out that they're looking to weaponize this gem, which would cause big problems to magic users all across the continent. They agreed to go and help save some of the Order's guards, which they did, and as they returned to the camp, the real researchers, the ones that they were pretending to be, had turned up, and as such, their deception had been broken. Because they had saved the Order guards, they said they can still stay in their camp and make use of their food and their drink and whatnot, but they were backstabbed. The Order had drugged their food and they all fell unconscious after eating a nice lunch. They were taken to the middle of the jungle where they were tied up, and the leader of this sector of the Order explained to them that their plans were to test what would happen with the weapons they're creating on magic users, because they found out that Fop and Neri were both magic users. He then left, leaving them with the guards, and a snake came and freed all of the party and then turned into a tabaxi and helped them fight their way out of their chains and out of the guards. They left the last 3 guards tied up to a tree, but Fop managed to quickly get away from the party and slit all their throats before running off and catching up with the party. They went back to Crazy Leo, who's the Tabaxi's cave, and they had conversations with him, and he said that he had had visions where there is a guardian of this place that for some reason hasn't woken up, even though the Order have come here and disrupted the land, and he believes that this guardian is a gem dragon, which is an extremely rare, not seen in many years in history. So exciting and scary. And then the party all bedded down for the night to get a long rest, as they were pretty beaten up after what had happened the day before. While you are sleeping, Neri, you have a dream which feels more like a vision. It feels too real to be a dream. And as you find yourself in complete darkness, all of a sudden you see 2 huge golden eyes open up. And then as lights and torches go on around this cave you're in, you see before you an ancient gold dragon. One that you've seen before. He looks at you as he bends his neck down to your level, and he says, "Your path takes you to a gem dragon. They are dangerous. You will need more power." And he pulls up one of his huge claws and he touches it across your chest, and more golden scales cover parts of your skin as you feel more power, more draconic power well up inside you, and you awake. Everyone else just has a nice sleep, but as you all wake up, it is very noticeable that Neri all of a sudden has more golden scales than she did the day before.
Yeah.
The night before as well, Dren had tried to play a prank on Crazy Leo and moved all of the dummies around, the dummies that Crazy Leo called his friends. So as Crazy Leo awakes, he goes, "Oh, what? Why did you guys move in the night? You know that's not your place." And he like runs around and starts picking up the dummies and moving them back to where they originally were before Dren moved them.
Oh,
Oh.
poor thing.
And then once he's done that, he turns to you and he says, "Did everyone have a good sleep?"
Oh yes, I feel great. I think we should go.
Yeah, great.
He walks up to you and he goes, "Where are we going again?"
Something about a gem dragon.
"Oh, yes, that was it. I remember. We're going to the mountain today. Do any of you need supplies?
No, let's go.
What about you?
Missionary?
You two okay?" And he's looking at Fop and Alicia.
Have you got any blankets?
Only this fur thing. And he gestures to the thing to his left.
No, that's a bed. Thank you.
Okay. And he makes his way to the entrance as if he's going to leave. Are you all ready to go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So hopefully this works this week because I think this is where it all broke last time when I changed the map. Is everyone in the walking scene again?
Yeah, I have game paused
Perfect.
for some reason though. And
Does
everyone else
does anyone else have game paused or?
No.
I'll refresh.
It flickers. It's
Oh,
flickered
yeah,
twice.
it just stopped. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, so as you are walking through the jungle, it's a pretty thick jungle that you're going through compared to the coast where the Order's camp was and where the beach was. The further inland you get, the thicker the trees and the foliage gets. He gets to a point and he stops on the spot. And it looks like he's looking around on the ground, looking as if he'd lost something. And he turns to you and he's like, someone's taken my mushrooms. And he seems very distressed about the fact that these mushrooms he was expecting to be here are no longer here. And he then starts looking up in the trees and in places that mushrooms definitely wouldn't be.
I mean, they're wild mushrooms. Surely there's more.
Yes, but these are my next stash. You know, he's still like looking up trees, and now he's like picking up rocks and looking under rocks and stuff.
Okay, I'll start helping look, I guess.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Oh, so close to a 1.
16. So you don't find any mushrooms, but you do find you see as you're looking in this quite thick leaf bush nearby, you see something glistening in it. That takes your eye because it's glistening, but it's definitely not a mushroom.
Okay, pick it up.
Okay, so you're going to reach in and pick it up. It's a locket, so it's like a necklace that has a locket on the end. It seems to be made of some sort of silver material, and indented in the center of this locket, there's a very very bright blue sort of aquamarine gem in the center, and then there's some carvings around the aquamarine gem.
Okay. Can I investigate it to try and see if I can figure out more about it while we're walking?
Yeah. Well. So
or is that like a short rest thing?
Crazy Leo is still looking for those mushrooms. So...
I don't care about that anymore.
Okay. He'll be like, okay, well, everyone, while we're making our way to the mountain, keep your eyes peeled, and if anyone sees any mushrooms, let me know. Don't eat them; some are poisonous. I will determine that. And he
course.
keeps on walking, as if he is trying to take charge.
Okay.
While you're investigating it, you do it. There's no sort of lock on it or anything like that, so you do manage to open the locket. And in one side, there is a sort of a crude drawing of a woman. And it looks like it's faded over time, and it's not got any features that you can really determine now because it's faded so much. But on the right-hand side, it says, until the night is blue. Is like carved onto the inside of this locket.
Ominous.
So make sure in your inventory to add a locket
Okay.
with a blue gem in it. As you're all walking, is there anything that you guys would like to talk about, would like to ask Crazy Leo while you're walking, or are you just happy to take his lead?
Can I have like a bit of a chat with Neri, like a bit of a quiet chat?
Yeah. So you can try to find a point where you two fall to the back a little bit.
So Neri, everything okay with you?
Yes. Why'd you ask?
Oh, well, it's just been a stressful couple of days, and the extra scales that you've gained.
Oh yes, they're beautiful, aren't they? I don't know where they came from. I don't question it anymore.
So you just randomly get scales sometimes?
Well, not normally, but I'm not complaining.
Highly unusual. So what do you
like them?
think? That they're beautiful. Yes, I agree. They're lovely. Just very strange that they've just appeared out of the blue and it's never happened before.
I did have a weird kind of dream about the gold dragon, but yeah.
Like what Crazy Leo was talking about.
I guess so. He just said I'd need more power, and then I've got more scales, so must have something to do with it.
So you think there's some truth in what Crazy Leo has said, that these mushrooms are showing him things?
I don't know about that. I didn't really understand what he said, but I did get my draconic power from a gold dragon, so that's all it is, I think. Maybe he's still trying to help me.
Maybe.
As you continue, you get to the base of this mountain, and it's taken around about an hour of walking before you really get to the base of the mountain, to the point where it's starting to get quite steep, and you're definitely going upwards to the mountain. And Crazy Leo turns to you and says, well, here's the mountain. I said I'd show you the mountain, and here it is. So I need to go. Thank you.
Well, thank you for your help.
Go and save this island and stuff, yeah?
You're not coming with us?
No. I am far too scared of a dragon. And you're all a little bit crazier than me, I think.
I resent that.
And he starts like backing up slowly, trying to not go up the mountain. It's very clearly uncomfortable about the idea of going with you up the mountain to what you are going to uncover.
Okay. I would just let him go, really.
Okay, well, if none of you say or do anything else, he will slowly back up, and it's very clear that he is still looking on the floor for mushrooms as he's walking, quite distressed about the fact that he hasn't got any mushrooms. as he goes off into the distance and through the shrubbery until you can no longer see him.
Such a strange
Um,
person.
Very.
As you look up from the base of the mountain now, you can see that it's a pretty big mountain, and this is definitely going to be a multiple day expedition to try to get to the top of this mountain. And you're sort of standing at the base, looking up, wondering how far it is and how long it's going to take you before you brace yourself, make sure that your satchels are nice and tight on your shoulders, and then begin the descent. Is there any sort of preparation you would like to do before you start? It's not like rock climbing you're doing here, it's just a very steep incline to make your way up, but you can walk up it.
No, don't think so.
I think so.
Okay. So, as you all travel, it's been about half the day by now, and nothing has happened. There's some wildlife you've seen, some snakes in trees and butterflies and stuff like that you've never seen before. They're not on the mainland where you're from. They're very exotic and colourful. But other than that, there's nothing else which is of note. Until you get to a part of there's sort of a cliff edge to your right, and you're still going up the incline, and you're walking on the incline. But there's a cliffside to your left which goes upwards, and then a cliffside to your left that goes downwards. And now you're at the point where you're above quite a lot of the tree line from below. Let me change the map, and hopefully it works. Bear with me. Can people see the map?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, so yeah, you are now going up this part, and from below, but as in like directly below, so almost as if you can hear it from the ground beneath you. You start to hear humming, or like singing, but at a distance. Which is very weird to hear up here. As I said, you've only seen some other wildlife. There's not been any other humanoids that you've seen at all. But definitely below you, maybe off the side of this cliff, there is some sort of singing. What would you like to do?
Does it
Does
sound like
anyone-
multiple people or one big thing or?
It just sounds like one individual is like sort of humming, maybe singing.
Is it sort of human sounding, or does it sound like it's?
Yeah, sort of
Yeah.
human sounding. It's quite high pitched though.
Does anyone else hear that? Is that Leo?
That doesn't sound like Leo.
Can I
Don't
see
think
through the
so.
trees at all?
Give me a perception check.
I'd like to think it's Leo. We shall see. We'll never know.
Actually, I need to roll a secret roll. Let me quickly just do that. Oh, okay. You see something below you in the tree line. You see two humanoid-looking eyes that look up at you, and then as soon as they realize that they've been seen by you, they slowly, without making a noise, move further into the dense treetops below, so they are no longer seen. And the position they were, they must have been standing on some sort of branch near the top of the trees, or something like that. But there's
You see
definitely
anything?
some eyes.
I saw something. It looked up and moved away.
How sort of far away is it? Like, could I do my divine sense to reach it.
Yeah, you think you could. The top of the
Yeah.
trees are only maybe 5 to 10 feet below this cliff.
Okay. Yeah, then I would like to do that then, please.
Okay, so I believe that's fiends, celestials, and undead.
Fiend,
if I remember.
celestial, undead.
So you do not sense any fiend, celestials,
Okay.
or undead. But while you're going into this divine sense and you're calling forth the power from your god, you do all start to hear that this humming and singing gets louder. And I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw. Anyone who is listening off the edge. Oh, natural
Yes.
20, someone.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Okay, so Alicia and Neri, you're hearing this singing, and it's strange. It's definitely not just normal singing. You can feel that it is starting to attempt to affect your mind, but you both manage to shake it off, and it doesn't have any effect to you. And out of confusion of what happened, you look around at the rest of your party, and Fop and Dren's eyes are both wide. They look unnatural how wide they are. And they both drop whatever's in their hands and start to walk towards the edge of the cliff.
I might try and grab.
Yeah,
whoever's
grab
close to me.
whoever's closest to us.
Okay, so Alicia, if you try to grab Gren, and then Dren even, and then Neri, you try to grab Fop. So if both of you do an athletics check,
Come on.
and then I would need
I'm
Dren to do a acrobatics check, and Fop to do a acrobatics check as well. Okay, and then same for so Fop do acrobatics and Neri do athletics.
Another one.
Oh, sorry, did you already do one?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
did
Cool.
13.
Yeah, so Fop, you could do a
I-
acrobatics check then.
Can't find it.
It's in skills,
First one.
and then it's the top left
Athletics.
one in skills. Acrobatics you're doing.
The hell? I don't have it.
Is it because
Do you
you're
not have it?
exerting my torso?
You definitely should have it.
Can't be acrobatic. With a
Oh,
shell.
sorry. It's because of the map.
Oh, okay. Yeah, is that what it's not?
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, so that was a contested roll. So Alicia versus Dren, and then Neri versus Fop. And luckily for you guys, the girls managed to overpower both of you, and grab you and pull you away from the edge. And both of you are not happy about the fact that they've pulled you away from the edge. And in your mind, you had the full intent to jump off the edge of this cliff into the tree line below. And they've stopped you, but they're managing to hold on to you as you're starting to struggle, and you're definitely not very happy about the situation. But it only lasts for around about 6 seconds, and then it fades, and you're both being like grappled by the two girls as you come round.
What are you
Alicia,
two doing?
get off me.
Unhand me, woman.
Well, don't throw
What
yourself off the edge of a
into?
cliff then.
Do you have death wishes?
What are you
That's a
talking
yes.
about?
What?
I was just looking over the edge.
And then try to
And
jump
then-
off it.
It was gonna be okay.
No, I was just looking down into the trees. What do you
Has
mean?
the singing stopped? Sorry, Joe. Or the humming, sorry.
No, so the humming and singing is still going on, and it's still kept the same volume, so it's still a lot louder than it was originally.
I can't explain it. I just felt enraptured.
Very odd.
I think we need to get moving.
Would we? We could probably put 2 and 2 together, right? Or do we have to like roll to figure that out?
Yeah.
Okay.
You assume that it's the magic that affected their mind and attempted to affect your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's press on. Let's not stay here and figure anything out. We should go.
Maybe you walk on this side. And I'll gesture to like the side that's not the edge of the cliff.
You got it.
Yes, Neri.
We'll hold your hands if you need us to.
No,
No, thank you. That's
No, we
enough
won't.
physical contact for me.
I'm down.
As you're having this conversation, the singing all of a sudden stops in its tracks, and you hear, now that you've moved away from the side, you can't quite see what's happening down below, but you hear a lot of rustling of leaves, and then flying up and landing in front of you, you see these creatures,
oh,
which hopefully you should see. So
Yep.
they are so they are flying creatures. They look slightly malnourished and disheveled, and they all land in front of you. One of them says to, aiming at you, Alicia, "Why did you stop us from having our food?" And points towards Dren and Fop.
Because my friends are not your dinner.
They start to flap their wings and fly a little bit off of the ground, and then they look at each other, and then look back at you, and they're definitely trying to like size you up and work out if they can take you on. And then they go up a little bit further before they all sit on the cliff to your left. And they say, "Very well, carry on your little journey then." And as if they are letting you past.
Yeah.
Do they
Good.
seem like?
Give me
Do we feel like they're going to attack us when we walk past them?
give me an
Yeah.
insight check.
Okay.
Anyone
Nice.
that wants to try to see
Oh.
what they think. Another natural 20.
What's
Hey.
going on? All these pointless rolls.
So Alicia, you're like, "Oh, that's kind. Thank you." Sure, we'll go across.
Thank you so much.
Neri, you see that one of them on their sides, they all have like really basic clubs. So it looks like it's just made out of a stick, and it has needles on, or like nails or some sort of metal coming out of the end. And one of them is definitely going to their side and gripping their club, as if they're getting ready to fight. I assume that means you're doing a burning hands on them.
Yes. I don't know how to
Okay.
rotate this.
I can't remember how to do it. If you just put it on there, I'll sort it out. And let me pass it all into initiative then, quick.
I was hoping that would be a bit more dramatic than me not knowing how to cast a spell.
You do sound effects.
Right. So first up then, I believe you can select them all. Oh wait, where's it gone? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, if I
Sorry,
hold shift,
I
I
can
can
do
select
it.
them all.
Oh yeah, and then in the chat, do you see where it says save DC 13
Yep.
dexterity? Yeah, if you click that, or you've got them all selected, I
Well,
believe that should let you do it.
nothing's happening.
No, it didn't. Okay, I might need to do it then. Bear with me. I thought you could do it, but there you go. Okay, so how much damage was it? 11. And your DC is 13. So two of them managed to quickly flap their wings and get out the way just in time. But the one closest to Fop ends up taking the entire amount of damage. And it's taking the whole brunt of the fire. Let me just work out how to do that. 1 second. Bear with me. There you go. Okay, so yeah, you pull forth fire out of your hands, which engulfs them all, 2 of them managing to get out of the brunt of it, and they are not very happy at all. As the one directly in front of you swoops down and moves right next to you, and is going to try to... so it's going to try to swing its claws to attack you. You manage to quickly dodge out the way as it's still patting fire out of its feathers, as it then pulls the club off of its belt and goes for another swing. But once again, you manage to just move out of its way, and it doesn't manage to hit you at all. Alicia, you are up. So you thought they were about to let you past very kindly.
I'm so confused
And
right now.
Neri sets them all on fire.
So basically, I'm thinking, Neri, this is your fault.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go there. Is it actually on the ground? It's not flying anymore, is it?
The one in front of Neri's on the ground, or
On the
just
ground.
above the ground, so you can.
That's fine, so I can
hit
still
that.
reach it.
Yeah.
Can I do my Searing Smite?
Oh yes, you can.
Searing Smite. I did that. Oops.
That's fine. So you need to target the harpy first
that one.
next time, but that's
Yep.
fine. We'll. Did you do a roll?
A roll
No, you
happened.
didn't.
I don't know if it was. Oh, do I need to do my
You need to do your normal attack on
my
it
normal
first,
attack
yeah.
first? Okay. Normal.
Oh.
Oh, I think you attacked yourself actually. By the looks of it, I will give you
What?
your hit points back again.
I
I'm
double
guessing-
clicked on it.
Yeah, no, you did this
Oh,
time.
last
The
time.
first
Okay,
time, I
okay.
think you must have selected yourself somehow.
Whoops.
So yes, you do hit as your longsword comes down, and then I'll just apply the searing smite that you
Okay, thank you.
did before. Bear with me. So it needs to do a Constitution saving throw first, which it fails, which means it takes a lot of damage. Nice. And then so with the searing smite, it takes additional fire. Okay, so with the searing smite, you also set it on fire. So as well as the flames that engulf it and do the initial amount of fire damage, it continues to stay on fire as the feathers are alit with your divine fire. And you can see that it's flapping about, not very happy with that, and starting to try to put itself out of fire. Would you like to do anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Nice. Okay, so this other harpy is going to swoop down, and it's going to try and use the force of the swoop to push you backwards. So if you could give me an athletics or acrobatics check, Alicia. Okay, so it does manage to push you back 5 feet, and then it is going to try to push you again.
Wait, Jesus.
So if you do another athletics or acrobatics check.
You know.
Oh no.
Okay.
Bye.
So all of you see that with 2 swoops, and it like uses its legs to kick Alicia back, and with the second one, she falls off and falls down below.
How
So you can
far
no
is
longer
it?
see her.
Yeah, how far is it?
So
Is she dead? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, that's right.
So you fall 30 feet, which is 3d6 of damage. So you take 11 points of damage, which I will apply for you. So you fall until there's a point where there's like a ledge 30 feet below, so quite far below, and you land square on your back as the breath is taken out of you and you're winded for a second. And as you get back, you turn around to start pushing yourself off, you realize that you've landed on a ledge, and if you fall off of this ledge, there's an even further fall down below.
Nice.
And then it is the other one's go. That is going to turn to you, Dren. And it is going to try to claw you. So, oh, I did the club first, actually. So it's going to hit you with the club first, as it pulls it off its belt, and it hits you straight in the side of your ribs, and you feel some of the nails that have been plastered into it go through your skin, and then it is going to try to claw you with its other hand. But you manage to this time definitely dodge out of the way as you move to the side, and it doesn't seem to get any purchase on you.
Then I will
Nearly.
use wait,
Oh,
I
sorry.
will use a maneuver. The riposte.
Nice.
Ooh.
Okay,
When
so what
a
does that
creature
do?
misses, I will use my reaction and expend 1 superiority die to make a melee weapon attack against it. So I roll, and then I add the superiority die to it.
Okay, go for
Uh,
it. So it's a melee attack. So
yeah,
I
just a short
so your
sword.
short sword. Yeah.
And then I have to hang on. I need to make sure I type this in correctly. Superiority die is 4d8. No, that's what I've got. Total. It's 1d8. Yeah.
That hits. Did you mean to do that additional d6? It doesn't matter. You would have hit anyway. But
No, I
that's
just
fine.
typed in. Yeah, I'm not sure why that happened. Oh, I did it. Okay, I don't know what's happening. No, I definitely didn't. It seems to be doing d6s.
Oh, so that's your damage.
Whenever
Actually.
it
I
wants.
think it's done you the damage at the same time. That's fine. So, let me just make sure it actually. Did you select that creature? Yes.
Yes.
It did apply the damage. So that's my bad. That d6 is your damage. So you did 4 points of damage to it. So with extremely quick reactions, you managed to pull your sword off of your belt and stab into the midsection of this harpy, and it manages to graze the side, doing a bit of damage to it. Remember to take one of the superiority dice off of your character sheet as well.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, now Neri, it shall go.
Okay, so having seen what happened to Alicia, I'm gonna step away from the edge a little bit. And I think are they both on the ground or close to the ground? Are they like 5 feet within each other still?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then I will use my ice knife. I think that's the one that does multiple targets.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Do I have to select both or just one?
So 2 things. You'll have disadvantage on the attack because it's a ranged attack and you're within 5 feet.
Okay.
And if you hit one, it's also going to hit you because you're within 5 feet of both of them.
Okay, I'm not going to do that then. Ray of Frost, is that ranged as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I will cast Sleep then, I think.
Okay.
Position it right.
Okay, so 19. Okay, so the one, oh, I'm not sure how that's going to go. So the one above you falls asleep.
Wait, I can't make myself fall asleep, can
I? You could, in theory, but it would be unlikely because you have more hit points than the 2 of them.
Oh, I don't know if I can place it so that those two.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to. You'd just be.
You can't put me to sleep with magic.
Ah, okay, it's good to know. Well, yeah, I'm trying to get these 2 near me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. So yeah, you do it there, and the one above you falls asleep. The others do not. But the one above you is still on fire. So now it's fallen asleep while on fire on the floor. So you do
wake up instantly.
assume that it will wake up instantly, but it will be on fire when it wakes up.
Okay.
So and let me just sound the creature.
Not going to plan.
Let me just quickly read the spell. I want to see if it wakes up at the beginning or the end of your turn. Spell ends, the sleep takes damage. Okay, so it would, in theory, waste its next turn, though. So you better stop using its next turn. Oh, you're up. You see this madness unfold. You've seen Alicia be shoved off the edge of the cliff.
Yeah. There's a lot going on here. So I'm gonna cast Shadow Blade.
Okay.
Because Neri's far too close to these guys.
So,
This one close to me should be relatively low health, right?
that one's about a quarter of its health taken off. I don't think you selected any of them with your thing, but that's fine because you rolled very high. So we'll use that roll. Which one were you aiming at?
The nearest one.
The nearest one. Here, use the sword to make an attack. If you drop the weapon and throw it, it dissipates to the end. Okay, I've never actually seen this spell before. So you basically make a blade that you call forth, and you slice into the harpy. I'll take off the damage. Done. Yeah. Do you have any sort of flavour that you'd like to add to your blade? What would your blade look like? What would Fopp's blade look like?
It's just a glowing blade.
Okay, so is it made out of shadows and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so you all see that Fopp, for the first time, creates a blade made out of shadows that weave around each other, and then thrusts it forwards and manages to get it through the harpy, and the harpy cries out in pain. As he, doesn't like that. Would you like to do anything else, Fopp?
I'm just gonna back away.
Okay, we'll get an opportunity attack to remind you
Yeah.
when you
That'd be
move
fine.
away. Okay, so I'll quickly do that. Oh, it did hit you for a pretty nasty amount of damage as well.
Oh my god.
We're all gonna die, aren't we?
Wait,
Before you know, I'm dead.
were you were on full health before this, weren't you?
Yeah.
I think it's taken more. It should have taken 9 off of you, and for some reason it took more. So I wonder if you were accidentally targeted with something else. So I'll just add your health back on. So you should have 8 health. There you go. Okay, so you get hit by a claw, and it manages to just catch you across the face as you move back and away. As you retreat to the side of the cliff and away from them. Dren, you're up. You've got one right in front of you that you've already managed to get one sword attack into. What would you like to do next?
I will step back first.
So it will try an opportunity attack at you.
Yep.
Step 1. It'll use its claws. It does hit you for a bit of damage. It manages to catch you just across the side of your arm as you are retreating.
Pathetic. I will. Hang on, let me see. I'm gonna do a precision attack maneuver. Can I
Okay.
do more than one maneuver in combat?
As long as they don't use the same action, or like use the same thing.
Oh yeah,
That
this
makes
is fine then. Isn't it? Yeah. Wait. So, hold on. How do I?
Precision attack you're doing, is it?
Yeah, so I click it and it just appears in the thing, and then
Yeah, so if you do your normal attack and then add a d8 to the attack roll.
1d8. Yeah.
Very nice. Definitely hits, and it does a nasty amount of damage as your arrow manages to find purchase in the abdomen region for the harpy as it cries out in pain and then locks eyes with you, not very happy with the situation.
That'll be all. I'll step back once more.
Just keep on going. Okay, so this harpy is asleep and on fire. So, Alicia, would you like to roll a d6 for me? Which you can do just below your chat window.
It's a D6.
Yeah, 1d6.
Jesus.
Oh, only one. So it takes 1 point of damage from the fire, and it is still on fire, and that does wake it up, but it wastes its turn getting hurt by fire and waking up, and is still on fire. Alicia, can you still see your token?
Nope.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, beautiful.
So you have found yourself on the floor. You are prone, so you are on your back. So it takes half your movement to stand back up.
I can't really go anywhere. That's fine.
But you are on a small ledge that goes sort of above you for 10 foot and below you for 10 foot. So like this way and then this way for a little while. But yeah, other than that, you're 30 foot below the cliff. What would you like to do?
Wait, so can I climb back up, or
You can attempt to.
How far is the fall if I fall off the sledge?
Off this ledge.
Yeah.
So if you fall off this ledge, you're going to go into the tree layer,
Okay.
which might break your fall a little bit, but you think it's going to be at least 60 feet down.
Is there anywhere? So is there anywhere I can like tie a rope to and tie around myself so that as I'm trying to climb up, if I do for some reason fall, I'm not going to completely fall 60 feet.
Completely there. So you could attempt it. So you don't have a climber's kit by the looks of it. So you don't have stuff, but you do have a rope.
Yeah.
So the easiest, well, not the easiest thing, but the best thing you could probably do in this instance is because the top of the trees are actually within grabbing distance of you.
Okay.
You could attempt to tie the rope to one of the high branches of the trees, and hope that holds your weight if you do fall.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay. So that will take your action to
Yeah, it's fine.
tie the knot. So you get out your rope, you tie a knot around your waist, and then you tie the other side of the rope to one of the high branches that you can reach in these tall tropical trees next to you. And then would you like to start climbing?
Yes.
Okay. So give me an athletics check. See how good you are at climbing.
You say acrobatics, sorry.
Athletics.
Athletics. God.
Okay, so that's enough to not fall. With that, you do only get
Struggle.
10 you only get 10 feet up by the end of this round.
Okay.
So you are starting your ascent up this rocky cliffside, but you are not able to join the combat again just yet. This harpy in front of you is going to turn around and is going to try to attack you, Neri. So it is going to go for the claw attack. Oh no, that's a critical hit. So you get clawed straight across the face, and not wanting to be hit again, you manage to dodge the club attack that comes after with his other hand, and it hisses right in your face. This one steps forwards towards you, Dren, and is going to say, "Come back here, food," and is going to try to claw and then hit you in the club. You manage to duck the claw attack as it tries to swipe high at your head, and then it pulls out the club and tries to go for low for your legs, and you manage to jump over it and not get hit by either.
Can I riposte again?
If you'd like, yeah.
Oh, I certainly would.
Using all your resources.
I need to get out of this alive.
Nice. Okay, so you do manage to pull your long short sword out once more, and this time you get a much better hit as you manage to get right into the ribs of this harpy, and it screams out in pain and is looking very worse for wear. Neri, you are up.
Okay. Fine. I'm gonna move. Actually, let me just check the range of something. So if I want to cast fire spell that's like 30-foot line to get the one by Dren and this one in front of me, is it a disadvantage if I stay where I am?
Is it a 30-foot line? Then it's
Yeah.
fine. So they I assume they'd have to do dexterity saving throws rather than weapon attack.
Yeah, let me check. It's the Agonazar Scorcher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dexterity.
So that's not disadvantage then. So you just have straight.
So I won't have to move. Okay, that's fine. Do I have to select them? Both,
If you
or
just
not?
click the spell, I will select them, I think. It's the easiest way to do it. Holy. Okay.
I thought you can do that with shift and move, but it doesn't work.
That's fine. It did seem to do it for the top one, but not for the bottom one for some reason. But that also fails, so that one is dead. So the harpy directly in front of you falls to the floor, already on fire. Now this line of fire you engulf it in completely kills it and roasts it. Dren, while you're fighting this one in front of you, all of a sudden from behind it, this big old line of flame engulfs the harpy and stops just inches in front of you before engulfing you as well. And as it dissipates, you see that this harpy has fallen to one knee and is extremely worse for wear now and only just holding on for life. What would you like to do?
I think I'll just cast magic missiles at whoever's still standing.
Yeah, so with that blade you did as well, it's still in your hand.
Actually, I think I might give a go at throwing it.
Okay.
How do I throw it?
I think you just do a normal attack, but just make sure to select the harpy still, and then it's just a normal attack. It should work out.
It worked out.
That'd be nice. Okay. Oh, you did an unarmed strike for some reason. Okay, that's fine. I will use the. In fact, do you want to roll 2d8 for me? So below the thing, just do the 2d8 manually, and I'll apply it. Oh, very nice. Solid 14. So you manage to throw this blade, and it spins through the air, lodges itself into the back of this harpy before it dissipates. It is still standing, but once again, it looks extremely worse at wear compared to, as well as its other still alive one. And it seems to be looking down at the dead harpy on the floor with worry in its eyes now. Would you like to move at all? Or are you happy?
No, I'm going to stay here.
Dren, you're up. The one in front of you is not looking well at all.
He's down on one knee, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I look down with a little smirk on my face. And I say, does anyone want wings? And then I ready my bow.
Miss.
Actually, it's right in front of me. So I ready my short sword, which is proven useful so far. Initially, I'll just do a normal longsword attack.
Boom, that finishes it off. How would you like to finish that harpy off as it's down on one knee in front of you?
Well, after the killing blow, I will chop off his wings.
Okay, so you swing downwards once, chopping one of the wings clean off, and then to take the second wing off as well. Right, so that Harvey's dead. Alicia, would you like to give me another athletics check to see
Go on
how well
then.
you do at pulling yourself up this rocky terrain? Ah, that's good. Okay, so you managed to this time climb back on top of the ledge. You pull yourself up, and you see that you are looking straight into the back of a harpy. You don't have any movement left, but you do have an action.
Stab her in the back.
Okay, give me the attack. Oh,
Just double click it.
you miss. Slightly weakened from the climb up this rock, you pull your longsword back out of its hilt and try to swing at her. But yeah, she just manages to step to the side before getting hit by your longsword. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's that.
That's that. Okay, so the last harpy is going to look around, realize it's not in a very good situation here, and it's going to use disengage
No.
to move. And
Rude.
fly. So it flies above the treetops. Over there, leaving some blood behind as well, apparently. That is as far as it can get. Miri, it is your go if you'd like to do anything while it's still within sight. Or are you just going to let them go?
Yeah, I'm just gonna let it go.
Finish it off.
Okay, so as Nearly lets them go, Fob, it's your go. Are you going to let them go? Fob,
Hello?
it's your
So-
go.
Sorry.
They're trying to.
Get away. Not today.
Kill the bastards.
Not today.
Avenge me.
You hear
Um,
Dren from the distance shout, "Kill the bastards!"
Okay.
From way
So
over
you
here.
try and finish them.
Where? Hmm.
Go for the style points. Take your time.
Read me like a book. Okay, so screw it. I'm gonna cast Thunderwave of the one going away.
I think Thunderwave's only 15 feet from you.
How far was that? 30? Oh my bad.
So yeah, it's about
That's really
45,
far.
45 feet away from you at the moment.
15 feet. You're right. I think the only thing I can do is fire magic missiles.
I think
So
you Firebolt if you don't want to use the spell slot.
Yeah. Thank you. Right, let's use a cantrip.
Or Ray of Frost, actually, you've got as well. Depends on if you want to set it on fire or freeze it. Oh, no.
Nice.
It's literally, you managed to hit it, but it's literally on 1 hit point.
Oh,
No.
no.
Not quite. It is like you
No.
hit it and you see it drop like 5 foot, but managed just about catch itself on its wings as if you could be limping while flying. It would be not quite able to finish it off. But Dren, it is your go.
I won't be able to move far enough to do anything, will I? Or would you allow it?
You've got a longbow, don't you?
Yeah, it's far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
you
that
can
far?
fire for 120 feet. So
Oh, holy shit. And I'm going to
you've
stay
got
where I'm at
yeah.
as I can. And I will ready the longbow. Determined.
You do. How would you like
Hey.
to finish this one off as it is going across the treetops?
I've aimed for the back of the head. It's just a longbow, so there's only so much I can do.
Okay, so you manage to hit it in the back of the head, straight in the skull, as it goes limp, and you see and hear it smash through the treetops below. And it sounds like it falls a pretty long way before you hear a splat down below.
Satisfying.
Fills me with
Well done.
dread thinking about that.
Yeah, definitely could have been Alicia. Okay, and that is the end of this encounter. All of you will have heard of these mythical creatures before. Now that you've seen them, they were harpies. They use their song to lure people to do whatever they want, to attempt to kill themselves so that they can have an easy feast.
Lovely.
But you are not that feast today.
Are they edible?
As edible as a
Like chicken?
human.
Oh, like human. What about the wings?
You can try.
'Cause that's the
Dren
whole
does
thing.
not know what harpy would taste like.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. Okay, well then, before anyone even moves, I'm already. Actually, let me move. I'm near this one again. I'm already sort of chopping up the wings, trying to get some fillets out. Although obviously it's not possible.
We are all looking on in horror.
Ah, the circle of life.
Okay, maybe not all of us.
Does anyone want any food? Anyone hungry?
Oh yes.
No, thank you.
No.
Can I rustle up a little fire? I've got a
Some
tinder
good
box.
Looks delicious.
You get if you want to take a short rest while you cook some harpy flesh, you
Oh,
can do. And then that's also where you can heal up. Just to remind you, in a short
Yeah,
rest.
well, I'd
Yeah.
propose it.
Let's do that.
Let's take a short break just to recover. Alicia, are you okay?
as well as one can be after being pushed off a cliff.
Listen, I won't apologise for attacking. They were just going to do it when our backs were turned, but I'm sorry you got pushed off the cliff. I didn't anticipate that.
Oh shit, I didn't roll.
It's
No, you
not
must
your
be
fault.
hungry.
They were just going to ambush us.
Should have known it'd be too easy just to walk past.
Ambush. Get it?
Just to remind you, while you take a short rest, you can roll your hit dice like Fop has. Now that you're level 3, it means you have 3 hit dice. You can use them all in this short rest, or you can use them in future short rests in the day as well. Dren and Fop
Oh my
have
God.
both rolled 2. Wow! Out of the 6 rolls so far, you've
Oh,
had. That's 10. It was 10.
oh, okay.
So
Jesus.
you're fine.
Thought I
Don't
could
complain
do
about your
worse.
12, all right?
Yeah, sorry. That's perfect
So,
roll.
Dren and
Joking.
Fop have both rolled all 3 of their hit dice to get back up to full health.
How'd you roll?
Alicia has
Utility short rest.
Close enough.
Oh, I did the short rest, but how do you roll hit dice?
There's the section that says roll above where it says take rest. So if you go to the
Um,
short rest bit
Oh, on the side.
on the
Yeah.
it says roll.
Mine's disappeared because you rolled so many dice. Mine doesn't say anything there.
maybe click short rest again in case it got rid of it when you. Is it working
Oh,
now?
I see, yeah. Okay.
Are you going to roll any more? Another one? Wait.
We know.
Nice. So you're
There we go.
you were up to full health before that third dice roll, so you didn't need to
Oh.
do that last one. So
Wait,
if
click more.
let me change your thingy quickly.
That was half health. Oh, I forgot it pluses. Okay. Makes sense.
Okay, that's fine. I'll sort it out after this. Okay, so is there anything you guys would like to prepare or talk about while you are setting up this fire? Dren has cut off some pieces of this top harpy and is trying to work out how to cook them. In fact, give me a nature roll, Dren.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, sorry, it would be survival,
Ah,
not nature.
good. Yes.
Luckily.
Yeah.
Not much better. Okay, you do manage to get some sort of flesh cooked, but it's extremely tough and not a very enjoyable experience eating the very small amount of meat that is on harpy wings.
while Dren's eating that, do we have like any rations?
Well, before
Yeah.
before the rations come out, I sort of gesture towards everyone to try some.
Oh
Shake
no,
my head.
the ration is coming out, and
No.
I'm just gonna eat it while looking at you in disgust.
Ah, damn.
Can I, cause you so badly messed this up, can I go
No,
and carve
it's-
up the other one?
It's cooked okay, you know.
It's not Dren. That's
It-
you didn't even skin it. It's like you set it on fire.
Didn't even get the feathers off the
Yeah,
wings.
you got to pluck it.
Okay,
but
you
it's not quite a chicken.
you go and drag the other one towards the fire. I'll move it for you. And start cutting it up and cooking this one as well. And you manage to do a much better job.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you've yeah, everyone's a bit worried that Fop is actually quite good at
Psychopath?
cutting up humanoids and cooking them. It's a little bit unnerving, like how good he is. He just like pulls a knife out and is like swivels it in his hand and is just whistling while cutting the flesh of this humanoid.
Well, tell
Ni-
us again why you were in jail, please.
Neri, don't ask. Don't ask.
You tell me and I'll tell you.
I told you, and I was
I know,
honest.
I
don't
told- I
think
told you.
were.
I told you. Listen. What is this? Do you not eat meat?
I don't eat half birds.
Aren't you starving right now?
Not enough.
It's very nutritious.
It's really tasty.
I'm struggling to
You're not-
chew. What
They're
Just
I
for
lying,
food,
aren't- they're
Neri,
lying,
I
aren't
have
they?
rations for you.
It looks like the bit that Fop's made, like that sort of looks like normal meat, but the bit that Dren's chewing on, you can see that he's like getting it stuck in his teeth and it's slightly blackened and not great.
stuck in my throat.
Yeah, he starts choking. Fop has to give
Just
him the
leave him
Heimlich
to it.
maneuver.
Don't trust this savage. You should come try some of this meat.
Or
And
you can have
I
some
pick
of
up
the
a piece
rations
and
I
I
have.
just chuck it at her.
I'm far too snobby for this. This is not going to happen.
You get
Yeah.
out
Catch me eating this.
your dry rations out of
Yeah.
your bag and happily chew away at
And
them.
take
And
on that.
pretend it's a lot tastier than it is.
Enjoy your dirt. It looks like it's really tasty dirt. The real crime here is that we don't have a third bird.
You can go get down and get it if you want. So just
No,
a
it
little
looks
distance.
it looks too far for me.
Okay, would you guys like to achieve anything else in this short rest or chat about anything else?
Did they just
So
have
do we
gloves?
achieve something right now?
Yes, we've learned some things.
So they, as you ask, I assume you're looking at their belongings, are you, Neri,
Yeah.
to try and work out what they have?
Yeah.
As you are, so as you're looking on their belongings, they do have like or one of them has a little pouch on their belt as well.
Yoink.
And as you have a look in the pouch, it looks like it's some sort of like spices in a
So ironic.
in a little glass container.
Okay. Is it though? Is it actually spices if I look at it properly? How would I know?
So you like pop the cork out of this small round glass bottle and give it a whiff, and it definitely smells exotic and sort of a bit like saffron.
Okay. Look, you should have searched them before you started cooking them. And I pass it to. I just hand it, like, put my hand out with it and see if anyone takes it.
I'll grab it. And I grab some and put it on the food. This is helpful. Thank you.
I suppose it's karma when you think about it. They tried to eat us, and now they're eating them.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Anyway, what is the business here? You some sort of grave robbing vegan? Like
What-
you'd rob them, but you wouldn't want to eat them.
Yes.
Waste not, want not, selectively.
Yes.
I reach forward and take up another piece of meat and shove it in my mouth.
Well, Dren and Fop have a pretty nutritious meal, although Dren is a little bit more chewy and not as nice. But you do manage to get a bit revitalized. with this, and you still have some water from your water skins from before, so you can wash it down with some water
I'm
before
guzzling that.
moving on your
I'm
way.
guzzling all of the water.
It's
Neri,
so
can I
dry.
have some water? Have you got any more?
Yes, here you go.
Thank you. I guzzled that pretty quick as well.
Reluctant to hand it over.
Okay, so on your expedition into the tropical jungle up the mountain, Dren has just downed both Dren's and Neri's water
We're doomed.
within the first few hours. Good job.
My hand actually empty.
Should we just
Empty
turn around
container.
now?
Did you eat anything from that container?
I just I just had a little bit of water.
Right. Okay. You gotta be careful. I mean, it might be spices, or it might be, the ashes of the dead relatives. You don't know.
Oh, that container. Well, I may have used some on the meat.
And
Tasted good.
oh, can I try?
Yeah.
It definitely upgrades your food. It's nice. Depending on how travelled Fop is, he might have never even tasted stuff like this. It's very exotic. It's the type of thing that back in the mainland, only rich people would have access to, because it's not something that's generally grown over on the mainland. They'd have to go to islands like this to get it.
Hope you're happy.
Can I search the other one for some more?
Yeah, so the other one doesn't have any belongings aside from the very crudely made club that it hit people with a few times.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so as you finish up your meals and you pack up camp and set off on your way, leaving the half-eaten corpses of these harpies on the road behind you, you continue your descent into the mountains. You travel another couple of hours, take another rest before continuing on, and as the sky begins to get dark, as the sun starts to set, all of a sudden ahead of you, so you've sort of leveled out for this section of the mountain climb. It's a bit of a flatter, more open region you're in now. And ahead of you, you see off in the distance, and you can only really see it because it's got darker. There's a small glint, as if something quite large is very slightly glowing ahead of you. You can see it between the trees and the bush ahead of you. How would you like to proceed?
Stealthily.
Stealthily.
Oh god, that never works.
Okay, so if you would like to go, then roll a stealth check.
God.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and anyone else that wants to go with them. Okay, you're all doing a stealth check.
Nice.
Oh, good. Everyone rolled very well. Good job. Okay, so you all, Eve. Oh, actually, I think, do you have disadvantage, Alicia?
Oh, do I?
No.
Do you have? No, you don't
Oh.
actually. You don't have. Let me just see.
Surely I should do.
Just checking.
What's your
what
armor?
you've got.
It's 19.
Chainmail.
Chainmail, yeah.
Chainmail.
On D&D Beyond, it says I have disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay, you do have disadvantage. So roll again.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, it's fine.
Oh,
that's fine. Okay, so you do all manage, even the heavily armored person that usually clunks as they walk this whole way, somehow manages to stop the armor clunking long enough to slowly move forwards. And then hopefully, let me just quickly move you to a different map. One second.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, so as you get closer, it becomes very obvious that it is a large, bright blue aquamarine style gem that is jutting out of the ground, and it goes around about 7 feet up. And there's some smaller gems that are also jutting out the ground in a similar fashion. Yeah, and it is slightly giving a glow off as well.
Hey, look, I found this earlier, and I like hold out the locket so people can see it. It looks like the same stone as this is.
Oh yeah, it really does.
I just found
Yeah,
it on
so
the floor.
now you've put two and two together, it does look like this is a very similar color gem as in the locket.
It might have something to do with it, but I don't know what this thing means. Because what did it have written in it?
I'll put that note away. I hoped you wrote that down, but you didn't. It was something along.
I know vaguely what it was. I didn't know if it
Yeah.
mattered like exactly.
Something
It was
about
like when
blue
the sky
moon.
turns blue.
Oh
or
yeah,
Yeah,
something.
that was it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it does it. Yeah, it says I can't something about the sky turning blue. It's not important exactly what it says,
Yeah.
but just that it says the sky turns blue.
Can I step up to the big glowing gem and see if I can determine its usage?
Go
what
for
it
it.
is. Yeah. I live for this.
So first, they'll give me an Arcana check, investigation check. Sorry, first, and then an Arcana check. Okay, and then an Arcana.
9,
Ooh,
maybe
not great.
8. 'Cause I
Yeah,
would
okay,
be
go for it. So
interested.
roll another Arcana check then, Fop, because you would have had advantage because Neri was looking over your shoulder, also helping you. Not much help.
In the meantime, can I search for water? I'm not magically inclined, so not particularly interested. But I do have a survival trait, so I could look for
Yeah.
water if.
Go for it. Can you
eligible.
give me a survival roll?
I mean, just while they're looking at the important stuff, I'm in the background, sort of possibly, foraging
Oh,
for
there you go.
water successfully.
Okay, I'll deal with the other two first.
Yeah,
So,
I'll just be in the
gem.
background for now.
And okay, so as you're investigating this gem, you've never sort of seen these types of gem and magics before that you've come across for the second time now on this island. So you're not completely in the know of what's going on, but it's pretty simple to understand that this does the opposite of what the other one did. So the other one was sort of had a purplish hue, and this one has a very bright blue hue. And the other one dampened magic, so made it less effective. This gem seems to make your magic more effective.
I want to
So,
touch it.
as part of you testing this, you start like summoning firebolts and cantrips and stuff, and it just seems, especially as someone who understands how magic works, your magic isn't innate. You actually understand how the magical weave works and stuff like that. It's just a lot easier to do your magic here, and it seems to be a bit more powerful than it usually would be.
You don't even have to touch it or anything. You could just have to be in the vicinity.
Yes, so you don't have to be touching it. You just have to be. So with this large of a shard of crystal, it reaches around about 60 feet around the gem. So a pretty long way.
Okay.
It seems to have some sort of effect. So 60 feet is that circle.
Okay. Interesting.
I wonder.
Think whoever put the crystal in the necklace is using it to help their magic?
Maybe. Yeah, if they can take a piece of it with them, but they've lost it now, so I don't know whose it was.
I wonder. Alicia,
Mhm.
is it that big sword you're holding?
Yes.
You try and cut me a little rock off.
I will try and cut you a little rock off.
Okay. I'll say don't worry about rolling. If you're going to just spend the time, then you can hit it a few times if you don't succeed the first time. And eventually you can get a small shard to sort of collapse off the side of it. It's around about, I'd say about a foot in size. And yeah, so you can like hold it in one hand.
Well, I think that would be fantastic. If I could somehow put that on the end of my staff, I might actually be able to see more than 1 feet. 1 foot. Ignoring.
Can I tell that this is the same as what's in the locket or not?
You can give me an an Arcana check if you like. Nice. Okay, so there's one very big difference between this and the one in the locket, and that's that this one is glowing. So the one in the locket isn't glowing. So it's a very similar color, if not the exact same color, but it doesn't have the glow that this one has, which obviously has some sort of magic to it.
Yeah. So the piece that Alicia got off, is that glowing still when it's not attached to the rest of it?
It is, yes.
Okay.
For now.
Okay. Can I have some as well, please?
You may.
So Alicia, you take some more swings, feeling like a lumberjack now. And you do manage, after a little bit of time, to get Neary a bit as well. So both of you, if you make sure to put in your inventory somewhere that you have this shard of blue gem as well.
Can I put the locket on as well while we're there and just hide it, though, with what I'm wearing?
Yeah, so you put it around your neck and then you tuck it into your robe.
Yeah.
Do you think the gem in the locket stopped glowing because it's no longer attached to the main crystal? Perhaps the ones I've cut off for you might wear off over time.
I mean, it's possible. It might just be that it's away from its original user as well. It depends on how it's channeled. Maybe it could be a one-time use type thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll see how long these glow for when we leave here.
Just to remind you, especially Fop and Dren, who haven't played D&D before, in order to identify and work out what a magical item does, you can spend a short rest with it. And in your short rest, you have to completely focus on a magical item. And then most magical items, you can determine what it does and how it works by the end of a short rest.
Oh, wonderful. So
there are very powerful items, might not work exactly the same way.
See.
And you have also heard legend of cursed items. So they're items which you can look at and find out what you think is the full story, but actually there's a curse on the item that you don't know until you've attuned to the magical item.
Okay, so we need to meditate on this a bit.
Joe, what do you propose I found with a 20 roll? Have I found like a river?
You have obviously spent quite a lot of time in the foss, and you understand how rivers form and stuff like that. So you spend a little bit of time going up a tree and working out where you think rainfall would fall down the side of this mountain. You come back down the tree and you go off into the distance a little bit. As you, how far from the party would you be happy to go before going back?
What is this now? 70, 80. Yeah, maybe like 150 feet or so.
Okay.
So far enough that I can still see the crystal, because that's sort of my waypoint.
Yeah. Okay, so that's going quite a lot. Okay, so you go off into the distance where you think water would be, and you get to a point where you can definitely hear water running, but you would have to go further than the 150. You'd have to go out of the range of the crystal being visible to you in order to actually get to the water.
I'm pretty thirsty after that horrible harpy meat. I will run back to the group to alert them what I've possibly found. So I run back. They're obviously looking into the crystal, more important things. So I run back. I think I found a river. I think I found a source of water to replenish our supplies, guys. And
Excellent.
Off you go.
Yeah, here's my water skin. I'll pass
wait,
it to him.
what's up with the rock? Have you found anything about the rock?
Not really. It seems to make cantrips work a bit better, but it's going to take a bit of time to understand.
Well, I don't particularly understand.
Why don't you two try and work it out, and I'll go with Dren to get some water.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. So, leaving Fop and Neary behind to continue their investigations with this big crystal, Alicia and Dren, you head towards where Dren believes this water source is. And as you get a little bit closer than you was before, you can still definitely hear that there is some sort of stream of water. But as you get closer, before you actually see anything, you hear voices. You hear voices that are definitely not speaking a normal language. It sort of sounds like creatures or like monsters talking, but they're definitely going back and forth as if they're having a conversation. It's not like random monster noises.
Can you understand what they're saying, Alicia?
No, I can't.
How does it sound?
It sounds like a sort of grunting, caveman-esque style of communication. So it's not really. It doesn't sound like words, but it does sound like they're definitely communicating with each other.
Does it sound like, does it sound like they're just conversing, or does it sound like arguments or anything, or is it just like a normal conversation?
It just sounds like a normal
conversation. I can't really tell, obviously, but
in fact, a better way of describing it actually is it sounds like it's like harsh, sort of like snake-like or lizard-like conversation is how I would describe it. So very harsh sounding words, but definitely words, but nothing you guys would understand or know what it was.
Go for it. I'll do my divine sense again.
Okay. You do your divine sense, but you do not find any fiends, undead, or celestials.
Well, I'm not entirely sure what they are, but maybe it's best we head back.
All of a sudden, you hear a massive splash, as if something has just happened wherever they are, and it's like a big, as if something large has just hit the water.
We sneakily see where we are.
Sneak a little bit closer?
Yeah, you would both have to give me a stealth roll.
Or
Dren, why don't you go ahead?
Okay, let me take a look. Do I still need to? Well, I suppose I'd have to either way. But could I maybe climb a tree instead of moving closer? Could I possibly climb the tree?
Yeah. Okay. So if you climb a tree, give me a perception check instead of the stealth check to see if you can see through all of the trees ahead and the brush ahead. 11. So what you can see with an 11 is something very big moving. So you can just see like the top sort of. It looks like it might be either the back of the head or the back of some quite large creature. And you can just about make out some green scales on this creature.
I'm not sure.
But it's with what you can see, it's moving erratically as well.
And if it's big, it's probably not a good idea to. A large It's got scales. It's green. And
How large? Dragon size large?
well, I don't know how large a dragon is. I think it's almost as high as some of the trees. I can't quite make it out. It's moving a little bit strangely. I think we should go back.
I agree. Let's go.
Okay, so you rush back. In the meantime, with the other two left behind, would you like to do anything else with this this big gem, or the two that you now have in front of you?
I don't know if there's anything else we can do right now, except for
no, I don't think
investigate
so.
it.
We'll just
Like,
sit cross-legged and have a look at it.
Yeah. I mean, is there any way else we can investigate it, Joe? Other than like,
So you can
spending-
take the short rest, yeah, to work out, try to do some more. But if there's anything like inventive, like if you guys have something that you're being to try, or you want to do anything that you can think up, then let me know. If not, then we can continue.
Can I? Wait. So did you say like we were practicing some spells with it, and it seemed to be easier to cast things?
Yeah. So I assume you guys would just have done cantrips. You wouldn't have used
Yeah.
your spells. But yes, it did seem like that.
Okay. I wouldn't want to take a short rest yet because I don't anticipate that they're going to be very long. So,
Okay.
not right now.
Would you like to say anything fun?
Can I take a short rest?
Okay, yes, you guys start taking a short rest then while you investigate this. But before you manage to get far at all into your short rest, Dren and Alicia come running back to you with some news.
Welcome.
We
Where's my
didn't get
water?
any. We didn't manage to get any water because there's something big and green and scaly down there,
Dragon?
and we couldn't
Scaly?
understand it.
Yes.
Scary or scaly?
Scaly. Well, both.
Neither of us could understand it. Didn't speak a language we know. I don't know if either of you want to go have a look, or if we just want to get the hell out of here.
Was it hostile?
We didn't get close enough to find out.
It was moving erratically in the river. So it's hard to tell.
Do you think it's anything to do with this crystal being here? Do you think they're here for the crystal?
Again, hard to say. We don't know what they are, or like I said, couldn't understand them.
Let's go have a quick look. Is it far?
Too far?
Not too far.
Okay. Let's go and have a look then.
Okay. By the time you guys get to the point where Alicia and Dren were, whatever's happening past the tree line and past the brush seems to have gotten louder. There's a lot of shouting, and a lot of huge splashes in the water. And Neri, you do understand what they're saying because they are speaking Draconic.
Oh, okay.
Um,
What are they saying?
all you can hear and what you can make out from this distance is it's as if they're shouting like orders for during a fight. So they're shouting stuff like quite sort of not distressed, but very loudly and suddenly they're shouting stuff like "aim for the belly" and stuff like that.
Okay. But we can't really see what's going on very well.
Not unless you want to get closer than Alicia did.
Okay. I don't really know what's going on, but they seem to just be in combat. Maybe like they're practicing or something like that.
I mean, does someone want to risk getting a bit closer to double check? I would offer, but kind of noisy.
Well, what do we do if they notice us? Maybe we need a plan.
I'm
Run?
not getting on all fours and pretending to be a tortoise.
But that would be the perfect plan.
Now that you've said that, you should definitely do that.
Okay. So I'll take off my cape.
We
Put down my
promise to
staff.
take good care of it.
And attempt to sneak through the bush line for a better look.
Okay. Give
Can
me a
I-
stealth check, please.
Can I go as well because I want to hear what they're saying?
Okay. You also need to give me a stealth check.
Maybe I could have gone.
Okay. Well, the stealth dice fail you this time. As you get a bit closer, you definitely see what is going on here, and there seems to be a fight between these humanoid creatures that look like lizards. They're standing on two legs, and they're using quite crude spears and shields and like hand axes. But more importantly, at the river, they are fighting what is a humongous giant crocodile. And
Okay.
when I say humongous, as in it is bigger than any crocodile you've ever heard of before, it's around about 15 foot in size. And it seems to almost be the entire width of this river that they found, and they seem to be full on in combat with this crocodile.
Do they notice?
They do definitely notice you as you stumble your way out of the bush line. But they don't seem overly. They seem a bit scared of you, like the lizard creatures on their back, on their back legs. Sorry, the crocodile doesn't seem to care about your appearance at all.
Okay. But they don't seem to like want to get near us or attack us. when
No,
they're
they're
scared.
definitely as you're looking, and you've now been looking for maybe 5 seconds or so. It is extremely clear that these lizard folk are losing this fight,
Oh.
and the shouts of commands that you heard before seems like a I guess attempt to recoup their losses. But they don't seem to be letting down. They're not running away. They're not looking like they're going to retreat. But they're definitely losing the fight.
And they're just fighting the big crocodile.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else
actually,
around?
both of you give me a perception check as well.
Is there a camp or anything?
How far away are they?
So from where you are now, about 60 feet. If you give me sorry. Okay, so you notice in the mayhem of this crocodile splashing around in the river and trying to take bites out of these lizard folk and swing claws at them and stuff like that. As it opens its mouth to take one of the bites at one of the lizard folk, there is a very familiar bluish glow on the inside of its mouth. And then as it takes another bite, it definitely looks like it has like a part of that gem lodged on the inside of its mouth, which
Okay.
you can assume is why it's got its unnatural size.
Interesting.
I don't see that.
No.
I just say nothing.
I want to back
Okay.
away.
Okay,
Since
so you
they're
back
not
away.
coming for us.
Okay, you going back to the others? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And just relay.
Okay, so they come back and relay what is happening just past this bush line.
I don't know if we should get involved in this.
Not really. We have more. No. Nope. Nope. I'm not fighting a giant alligator today. I'm a tiny little turtle.
This one
Interesting.
alligator is unnaturally large and possibly going to kill two creatures.
Possibly, but we have some of this crystal over here, and I need to
Or
go
what is
somewhere and
this
start
giant
putting it inside of
alligator?
me.
This giant magical alligator comes and attacks us.
I mean,
Wouldn't you like to have these other folk on our side?
Can I just look at her
That's
and
a
blink,
good point.
We're on a strange island. Or we could probably use all the allies we could get.
and then just like casually side-eye Dren without saying anything in reply?
I don't say anything. I look on at the argument.
So,
Okay.
so you think we should intervene?
Think they're losing a battle against a creature that shouldn't be that large.
And she's still
I
bleeding
think-
from the last fight.
And I think there's no harm in helping those in need.
Yes.
Just other voice of reason in the group. The rest of you don't care.
I just
mean-
I just need to get some water. Has anyone got any water?
No,
Yeah,
we
the
only
alligator.
we're gonna have to get water from the river, which we currently can't get to because of the alligator. Oh, look at that! We're gonna have to help.
I think you are right. I suppose.
Oh yeah, she's right. Of
We
course she
need
is.
the-
Go
we
fight a
need the
giant
water.
alligator for a cup of tea.
Charge.
You crazy?
Do we know
You're
what
actually
way?
crazy.
I'm gonna leave.
Do we know what way we need to go?
Bye.
As in to continue up the mountain.
Yeah, I mean, is this in the right direction?
No, so you could completely bypass this and continue going up the mountain, and
So this is
it's probably-
we. Sorry, go.
this is, yeah, and you could probably get to the river at a different place while going up the mountain. You obviously just came across this because you managed to find the water source
Yeah. So
while they were doing this.
we're aware this is a detour at the moment. Yeah. Okay. Fuck. You know, I think maybe we should get involved.
Okay, you all move off towards the river.
Side quest.
But yeah, side quest. Before you get to the river, is there anything you guys would like to prepare? You know you're going into combat. Is there any spells you'd like to cast? Features you'd like to do? Just general preparation.
We did a short rest, didn't we? Yeah, 'cause we had
you're
a
all
loot, yeah,
healed up. Yeah,
So I've got
and
my
I think-
dice back.
Yeah, you get some.
That's
yeah,
a
you get
short
your dice
rest,
back,
so I
don't
get
you?
them all back. Yeah, okay. Well, unless anyone wants to give me any water, there's nothing I would like to do.
Already. Let's go.
I think we're okay.
Okay, cool. Well, I think this is a good time to stop then. It's a little bit early, but it's either this or we're going to end up stopping mid-combat. So I think if we stop here before this combat ensues, and then you can all have a think if there's anything you want to prepare as well, just in case
Actually
you
make a
up
plan.
between the two sessions. But thank you for playing. Yeah, in this session, you managed to start your ascent up the mountain. You found a crystal with a different effect on magic. You ate a harpy.
Very nice.
Which is
Cross that
unexpected.
off the bucket list.
Very
Olivia
nice.
was pushed off the side of a cliff. Managed to survive, luckily. And now you are going to go and attempt to fight a ginormous alligator.
Fun.
Thank you all for playing.
Thank you.
And thank
Thank
you.
everyone for watching as well. We will be back next week. I know we missed last week without anything said about it. And then I believe the week after next, we are going to have another week off, I believe. I will definitely confirm that. I'll confirm that on my Twitter. So make sure to go and follow me on Twitter if you want to keep up to date with that, or in the Discord, which is also down in the description of this video. So thank you everyone for playing, and thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Blur.
Bye.